sitting round feeling down in the dumps. Found joy in nature, out busting his rum to share his joy with others. This is what he wants. His name is Jolly, and these are his jaunts. Yoo-hoo! Well, howdy, folks. Jolly here. Beautiful night out in the lake, but that's not what I want. That's not the highlight. Check these out, the lily flowers. They're blooming. They're really cool, eh? They do, of course, the petals come out a little bit more. But I love the middle of them. And, of course, anything that exists and persists as a plant in water, I don't know. I always find that cool. Trees that live underwater. You'll see those a lot. I mean, a lot of the water, of course, along here, it comes higher and lower. Give her a little paddle. A little tour. I like these trees with the moss over here. That's what I'm taking you to see. But, yeah, I've talked about that resilience before with that video I uploaded of the evergreens on the beach and how they exist and persist and thrive in that environment, but yet they have to adapt. And of course, the parallels that one can take towards, our own lives and the circumstances that we find ourselves in, right? So, nevertheless, I find that's one of those things that I love when I'm out on the water is, well, it's like this whole new world in a way. Seeing the world in a different way, you get a different perspective on things. I love Mondays when there's just a little bit of movement in the water and you can see the reflection of the light on stuff. It's like this mirage. The old man's beard. That's here's a little anecdote for you to end it off with. Oh, I'm gonna take you under. There's one over here. But okay. I'll cite my source as Ask Doug, the YouTube channel. I remember watching a video with my children about cotton candy. Where does cotton candy come from? And you know who invented it? A dentist. And why am I talking about this? Because the word en français in French for cotton candy is a barbe à papa. And that's father's beard. Papa would be, father's beard. I love it. I love how, there's lots of examples of that. I'm going to try to keep it under 5. That's my goal for these talky talk videos. But I love that about how in different languages, like things are completely different. Again, I'll give you an example from French. Where's Waldo? Well, en français, c'est où est Charlie? Charlie. Look at those purple flowers up here. And it's Wally. I know in Spanish, I believe it is. Baldo. And those are character names we know, right? So like how they're localized or, for the environment. And then onomatopoeias. And that's what I'm going to end on. I spent some time. Well, I spent a lot of time working with people from all over the world. I'm really grateful for that experience. The honor and privilege, right? And it really was. And the onomatopoeias always made me laugh. They would say, oh, what does a Canadian cow say? I'd say, well, it says moo. And I'll give you an example from Korea. What does a Korean cow say? Ume. The Korean pig says boo 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 boo. Oh, it's those white ones. Sorry about that. I know I can't remember between which one's Spanish and which one's Korean. The chicken. One's kikeriki and one's kokoriko. And yeah, there's so many more examples. Hey, I watched a video about being like uploading videos to YouTube. And it said invite people to engage. So with that said, hey, comment your examples below, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. No, I don't want to do that on the regular. Anyway, peace and love. Take care.